Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're basically designing a Olympic uniform for people. So you are going to have to draw 3 different garments. So like jackets, pants, swimsuits, whatever, and you have to design them and come up with like a theme for them because they always sort of mesh with each other. They're always have a flow. And there's some templates here to help you. And so, like, the first part is your brainstorming. So, um, you have to research what's been done and in the past so you can move to the future and show sort of a progression. And you have to make it attractive, you have to make it look interesting, unique. If in the past it was ugly, how do we make it so it's not ugly? If there's a lot of negative press about the uniforms, how can we change that? Figure out what colors work, what colors don't work. Do they clash? Do they work together? What materials would be best for them? Like, would it be nylon, polyester, cotton? Is it going to, if it's linen and it's -30 out, that's probably not going to work. So figuring out what materials would be, what your logo would look like, because there's always a logo that goes around from each, it's on each Canada's Olympic team clothing. And then sort of what are some of the sports featured, and you can answer some of these questions in your investigation. So what sports are featured in the winter and summer games? So it doesn't make sense to design a ski uniform for the summer games. So that kind of what sports interest you? Do both men and women participate in that particular sport? What equipment do the athletes use? What physical qualities do they use? What mental qualities do the athletes need? So like, do they need to be doing stretches? Do they need to be lifting weights? What kind of shape do they have to be in? What kind of training do they do? So they need to run laps. Or is it better to be swimming laps? Or is it better to be lifting weights? What do they do in the off season? Are they just sitting at home? That kind of thing. And then some prominent Canadian athletes, like who are they? Who are the ones that are the big names? Some resources. Step 2 is choosing one of these. You can do A or B. 2 team uniforms, so opening ceremony that the Canadian athletes will be wearing, or 2 team uniforms for different sports. So maybe it's for swimming and basketball, or the luge and curling. I don't know, like, you pick one of those. You're going to sketch them out. And so you're curious and incorporating elements of the designs that we've been looking at already, body shapes, keeping like what the uniforms can be, like are they getting pants, sleeves, vests, whatever. Focus on the ideas of the drawings, make sure you're including all the sort of your research. The Canadian maple leaf is mandatory because it's our symbol to the world. Like what are the hats, the ties, the gloves, that kind of thing. And label your drawings. And there's some templates here to help you with that. And then you're going to complete your draft of your drawings. And then you're going to write up a page talking to me about why you've chosen all these things, why the colors that you've picked, what fabrics you picked and why, showing where the Canadian maple leaves are in Canada and where they go on your thing. So, your hang tags, your labels. So, maybe in the back of the shirt or on the arm, there's a label with a logo on it. So, what do those look like? And then putting your references in APA at the end and then submitting that to the Dropbox. So, I hope that helps.